Good morning, everyone. This is Atlanta & Company. I'm Christine Pilara. It is so good to be with you today. Losing hair is an issue many of us just aren't prepared to deal with. Whether it's hereditary or other circumstances, hair loss does not have to be a permanent issue, thanks to the Hair Simulation Company. Here to explain how is owner Cheryl Rosenblum, associate Louis Clemens III, and client Chedrick Jones. Good morning to all of you, and welcome back. It has been a long time. Took me a while to figure it out. I'm like, you guys look familiar. But this is such a timely issue. I feel like so many women, men that I talk to these days are saying, whether it's a health issue, I'm losing my hair and I don't know what to do about it. So first of all, tell us about the company. What is hair simulation?
Well, hair simulation is a form of a tattoo that you could use if you have light areas on your scalp. And for instance, I had a little light area on the back of my scalp, and if it's a woman's using spray, you can spray it. But this is permanent and for women. And then the hair simulation on any light areas on the scalp, we could simulate it so it looks like you have hair.
That's
and
incredible.
It just avoids the creams and the sprays and all that.
All that stuff you run out of, or it might not be the right
Get
color.
on your pillow.
Get it on, absolutely.
Eliminates all the mess.
And we have some befores and afters, and this is actually you, right, Cheryl?
Yeah,
that's incredible. And just look at the fullness there, the thickness, and so you don't have to worry about that spot, so to speak, right? I mean,
It was a cowlick, and it would just like blare out at you if there was light on it, and I would have to spray it some. And now we have a new machine where you could go right in there and fill it in, and it looks fine. Yeah.
That's incredible. Men and women, it's for either one. And who are the good candidates? Who are the best candidates?
Well, for women, it would be someone more that's a little bit light in here. Any woman that's maybe putting a little spray on their hair would be a good candidate. And then for men...
Yeah, for men, anybody that's losing hair, or if you already have lost hair, or anybody that's probably been braiding their hair, you know, we can go in and fill in any spots to make it look as perfect as possible.
And I know that we wanted to bring Chedrick here because his story was pretty incredible. We have some good befores and afters. What was your issue? I mean, why did you seek them out?
Well, my issue, first of all, I had a hair transplant and I was left with a scar. I had the hair transplant procedure to actually give me a hairline, which I didn't achieve during that process. So I found Cheryl and Louis, and we got that achieved also, and took care of the scar that the hair transplant left behind.
Got it. Yeah, I see that, the scar down there. So you just wanted it to not be as noticeable and to make it be darker, so it just sort of blended in and feel like it didn't stick out as much.
Exactly.
And so how are you excited about the results? I mean, your hair looks great.
I'm very excited. It's still new to me, but I'm very excited.
You look in the mirror and say, hey, looking good, right?
It did good. It filled in, it added more density to the top, and then it hid the scar in the back.
They gave him some more, some nice fill-in on the back also, because that was extremely thin, so it really kind of took some years off of it.
Can you turn it so I can see? Sorry, guys, I know I'm driving the camera. Wow, that looks, I mean, I like the pictures are one thing, but to see it in person, turn around for me again, we'll get this camera to see it right there. I mean, that looks great.
Yeah, he's a lot better off than where he started off at. So he's looking real nice right now, real nice.
And talk to you about what you're saying. When you hear people with health issues or whatever the case may be, as we said, hereditary, when they leave there, I mean, is it take one procedure? Describe the process.
Well, normally it depends on what your situation is. If it's a female, you know, we want it very light and subtle, whether it's on their brows or whether it's in the back of their head. They may have to come back for a couple treatments. You know, it might fade over time, especially if you're dyeing your hair and using a lot of chemicals.
Got it.
You may have to come back, but the healing's easy on it. If it's a gentleman, if they have a hair transplant scar, you may have to come back a couple times for the scar.
Yeah, it depends on the severity of the thinness.
Wow, that's beautiful there too. I noticed, I feel like a patch since I had my kids isn't growing back. My hair
come see us then.
I do. No joke. My hairdresser's like, you need to start parting your hair more and covering. She did. Because can we get that shot too, guys?
That can be fixed.
Yeah, I'm going to be your next candidate right here.
Yes, ma'am.
See, it's a little bit light.
Oh,
all right, don't get so close. But she did. She was like, stop parting your hair so far over because it's just become thinner,
Yeah,
I think, since had the
any
babies.
woman that's having that type of problem, like I said,
that
they need to
photo.
come see us. We can fill that in.
That's where I have it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, that is beautiful.
As you get older, most people, that's where they started thin at, on the sides.
Look, our audience members are laughing at me. Hey, I'm not kidding. I'm a good candidate then. And you also do permanent makeup. Tell me about that.
Well, the permanent makeup, if you want an enhancement on your lips
Right.
or you're filling in your brows, you could do that. And a lot of men that are believe it or not, men, like to have nice looking brows too.
Sure.
And they fill their brows in, so we do men or women. And, most of the procedures take a couple sessions on there. I know that it might take 3 sessions total to get his the way we want it. Lewis,
mine's
he's
done
had his
also.
done about 3-4 times in the
Got it.
past 7 years. See, now that was Lewis about 7 years ago.
Wow, that looks beautiful. I mean, and the confidence, I think the key when I was, like I said, just talking to people and feeling even the way I do, being on TV, you're so self-conscious and it's frustrating when you do have to buy all the creams that this is a permanent solution. You just have to touch
It's
up.
a life-changing solution.
Absolutely. And
Life-changing.
you have a great special for Atlanta & Company viewers, so tell us all about it.
Yeah, well, the special is if you're going to be doing the permanent makeup, you'll get $50 off of the procedure. You just have to mention Atlanta & Company. And for the gentleman, you get $100 off.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And where are you located? Quickly, I want
We
to
are
make
in
sure we mention-
Buckhead,
Good.
right in Buckhead, near the Buckhead Whole Foods off
Yeah.
of Paces Ferry, and we're actually moving 3 doors down into a
Okay.
larger location.
Fantastic.
So we're very happy about that.
Well, good. Thank you for coming on again. We really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
And if you do want more information about the Hair Simulation Company, log on to Permanent Makeup of Atlanta or hairsimulation.com. Again, it's right there on your screen, permanentmakeupofatlanta.com, hairsimulation.com. Or you can also text them at 404-229-7372. And this segment was paid for by the Hair Simulation Company.